Hey, everybody, this is Mickey Thomas of the Starship, and you're listening to the Midwest Mixtape Podcast.
We built this city. We built this city on rock and roll. Built this city. We built this city on rock and roll. Say you don't know me.
Hi, and welcome to the Midwest Mixtape Podcast, live from the Barn Studio. You got the Mox here, and I'm joined online right now via technology, I guess, which I'm not very good at, apparently. Mickey Thomas from Starship. Mickey, how are you, man?
I'm doing great, man. How are you doing?
Doing really well. We're excited you're coming into town. August 23rd at River City Casino and Hotel in St. Louis, Missouri. Starship returns to the St. Louis metro area. We're happy to have you back.
Hey, man, we're happy to be back. Always fun to play in that area.
What can the fans expect August 23rd at River City?
Oh, probably what you would expect. All of the Jefferson Starship stuff and Starship hits, that I had a hand in helping to create. We'll be doing Jane, Find Your Way Back. We built this city, Sarah, Nothing's Gonna Stop Us. Maybe a little No Way Out, It's Not Enough. I'll throw in Fooled Around and Fell in Love. I still like to do that one every night because a lot of people still don't know that I'm the guy who sang that song way back then in 1976 with the Elvin Bishop Band. So I do that one every night. That's always fun. It's a nice change of pace musically in the show. And then our female vocalist does a tribute to our roots, how it all got this evolution that led from the Jefferson airplane to the Jefferson Starship to the Starship. So she does a little White Rabbit, Somebody to Love, and we throw in some deep cuts. So yeah, we try to leave no stone unturned.
You cover it all, it sounds like.
Yeah,
We're looking forward to that. Again, that's August 23rd at River City Casino. You mentioned all the hits, you mentioned all the bands, all these decades in music. Where do you see your legacy as far as like the history of rock and roll?
I don't know. As far as the history of rock and roll, well, I haven't really thought about that a lot, but I think that I think I'm the only guy that ever got to share the stage with Elvin Bishop and Grace Slick. So that's kind of an odd combo. The fact that I think that I'm respected by my peers, is the biggest thing, the biggest honor for any artist to have. I think it's the respect of your peers. And I'm always humbled by that, that respect that I get from all the singers that I know or run into. And I think the fact that we were lucky enough to have 3 #1 singles in the span of 18 months was quite an achievement, which, as I mentioned, it takes a lot of luck to do that. But hey, we figured out a way to do it. So that's kind of a biggie. I think more than anything, though, like I said, just the fact that I've made a lot of friends along the way, and the respect of my peers is the biggest thing.
Would you say your effect on popular culture has been part of maybe some of your success because you've been you've been Academy Award winner, right? And been featured on many soundtracks, many movies, TV shows. And I want to talk about some of those, specifically like Rock of Ages and the Muppets, and then obviously Nothing's Gonna Stop Us Now Academy nomination. I think you guys performed as well. So like popular culture really kind of embraced you in a different way outside of just the music scene, I guess.
Yes, well, those 2 songs in particular, and as well as Fooled Around and Fell in Love, are songs that have really stood the test of time and have appeared in so many movies and commercials on TV, and just have really, I think, touched the fabric of a lot of people's lives. And I feel just really fortunate to have, those 3 songs like that do seem to transcend things and to continue to have a life of their own. It's coming up on almost 40 years since we put out We Built This City, and it's still it's always cropping up in a movie or a TV commercial or something, So So the fact that those songs have had such a long life and have touched generations of fans, multi-generational, is pretty special.
My wife took me to Cats one time, and I'm not a theater guy, so it was like
Yeah.
the worst 2 hours of my life. No offense to them, what they do is great, and I'm sort of making a joke, but Rock of Ages. Did you see the movie? And I can't say enough good things about it. I loved it, and then obviously the show afterwards. But did you see the movie and specifically your song in it?
I did see the movie. I enjoyed it. The movie is a little different from the stage production. I like both of them, and I love the way that "Built the City" was used in the film with the standoff, between the rockers on one side and then the religious right on the other side that want to shut things down, and they're kind of giving the back and forth there. Like, we built this city, we're not gonna take it.
Yeah,
This city that was really cool. I actually did a production of Rock of Ages, kind of a short one up in the Seattle area. It ran for 2 months. And what was odd, I played, of course, Dennis, the club owner, because that was about the only age appropriate role for me in the production. But what was curious, and of course, We Built the City was in that production too, but I didn't get to sing it because, that's not the way it's written for the character of Dennis to sing it in the show. So that was kind of odd, but I really enjoyed that experience. It was really hard. It was probably the most difficult thing I've ever done, but also the most rewarding thing I think I've ever done.
some of your music videos that were on MTV at the time and VH1, are like iconic. How much do you think like the visual aspect of your videos, especially during the 80s, contributed to a lot of that success?
It definitely contributed. We were very fortunate in the fact that our manager, Bill Thompson, was very close friends with one of the guys who started MTV, a guy by the name of Les Garland, who I have remained close friends with up to this day. And so we kind of had a foot in the door at MTV from the early days on. So that gave us an advantage. So we always got our videos on MTV and usually got them, into heavy rotation. And yeah, it was MTV in and of itself was just a very impactful thing for music and for the impact that it had on not just music, but style, clothes, the culture, everything. So yeah, I think it definitely, our songs, especially We Built the City and Sarah and Nothing's Going to Stop Us, those are all very strong videos, and that the videos definitely help to propel those songs along.
Talk about MTV and VH1, and now it's YouTube and Spotify, and you've probably seen the music industry change in a lot of different ways. What do you think about the current state of it?
Well, it's just different. I accept it. I mean, I like the idea that you see vinyl coming back as popular as it is, and so I think just the next logical progression in that step is going to be the return of CDs. They'll be coming back, but it's just a different world. I miss the being able to like physically, take your album out, take it out of the sleeve and read all the credits and look at the artwork and put it on the turntable or put the CD in the player. And, just the physical experience of doing that. I miss some, but the world is what it is. I've tried to adapt to it and adjust to it. And, I listen to Spotify just like everybody else now.
Yeah, and the convenience is hard to get away from, right? Because you just hop in your car and you can listen to a handful of artists or thousands of artists, but there is something intimate about cracking open that vinyl case, CD case, whatever it is. And now we're even seeing cassettes make a comeback. Do you think we'll ever get to a spot where 8-tracks make a comeback?
No, I don't think 8-tracks have a chance. Because they barely made it in the first place, But but yeah, we've kind of lost the concept of like making an album as a piece of work, of a collection of songs that you listen to as a whole. I mean, now it's just every song kind of individually stands on its own, you know. And, I was working on Christmas. I just have a new Christmas album coming out this year, and I was thinking about sequencing, and I thought I don't even have to worry about sequencing. You know, it's just going to be shuffling anyway, right? You know, so it's a different world.
It's the Midwest Mixtape Podcast. Joined here with Mickey Thomas of Starship, and you're going to be seeing them August 23rd at River City Casino in St. Louis, Missouri. And all the information is at starshipcontrol.com, which is a great title, by the way.
Yeah.
Mickey, we're looking forward to having you in town. Can't wait to hear all the hits, and
Yeah.
looking forward to connecting when you get here.
Hey, man, we're really looking forward to it. It's going to be a blast. Always love coming to the city of St. Louis. You know, it's a great town and great music fans, and a good time's going to be had by all.
Got one more for you. Now that you
Yeah.
mentioned that is KC95 embraced you guys. It seemed pretty early on in the process. Do you know, and I know Midwest is probably a pretty big market for you. How did the fans respond, and how do you think that influence helped you guys?
Yeah, we were always Casey. I remember it well. It's just those are just great call letters anyway, aren't they? Just
Yeah.
Casey. You know, yeah, they were always good to us. You know, we always tried to establish a good relationship, you know, with all the big stations in all the major cities along the way, and have friendships with the DJs, and of course it helps. You know, I remember I was playing Madison, Wisconsin last Saturday night, and I remembered that, and I told the people there that the first radio station in the country that ever made We Built This City #1 was Stevens Point, Wisconsin, and I'll never forget it.
Mickey Thomas from Starship. This is the Midwest Mixtape Podcast, brought to you by the Barn Studios, and we're going to be catching them, and you are as well, August 23rd at River City Casino in St. Louis. Mickey, looking forward to it. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you.
We built this city. We built this city on rock and roll. Built this city. We built this city on rock and roll. Say you don't know me, I recognize my